It has been a long time since I have sat down to talk to a camera. Like this, like set it up with like natural light. It's been a long time. Usually we just wing it in the vlogs. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 6 young adult romance books, and we're going to be talking about my Camp NaNoWriMo goals for the month of April. I'll be honest, camp snuck up on me this year. I saw Kayla Kempers posted her camp talking video, and I was like, oh yeah, camp. I didn't even think about it. Honestly, I did not, because I have been so swamped with my own deadlines and client work and like personal life that it didn't even occur to me that Camp NaNoWriMo was coming, and it's coming fast. Today you're watching this. It is the Friday, April 1st, April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day. Also in this video, at the very end, you're going to see the trailer for my new series. Promise it's not an April Fool's Day joke. It's April 1st. It's Friday. It's a new month. It is Camp NaNoWriMo, and I am feeling pretty good about it, to be honest. I'll be honest, I'm feeling pretty good. So if you've been keeping up with the vlogs, at this point in time, when I am filming, I have just decided to stop writing book 2 for the second time and to, no. Is this time number 3? No, 2. Please tell me it's time number 2. I'm gonna say it's 2 to like preserve my sanity. I'm stopping it for the second time, and I am going back to book 1 and finalizing book 1 as much as I can, and then I'm gonna come back and do book 2. I made that decision, I don't know when. I honestly don't even know what today's date is, so I cannot help myself there. I literally have a planner open in front of me, but I couldn't be bothered. I don't know when I decided to go back and work on book 1, but I did, and so far I'm on chapter 3. I'm going through 2 chapters a day, and that's kind of just gonna be my camp goal, is to work on 2 chapters a day. I have 30 chapters in the manuscript, so I'm hoping to finish around April 15th. I might finish earlier if I go every single day, but I'm allowing some days off in there because days off are really important. So my writing deadline to finish book 1 is April 15th. And now that's half of camp. So like, what is the other half of camp going to entail? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going back to book 2 for the 3rd time, and we're gonna try it again. I love the changes that I made. So I'm calling it draft 2. So I'm on draft 2. I'm gonna be going to draft 2 for the 3rd time. I don't really change drafts like that. I kind of keep it consistent in my head as to what draft it is based on when I've sent it to betas, when I've sent it to editors, if that makes sense. So to me, this is still draft 2. And I've gone through draft 2 times. I really enjoy how like the process is, and I love how the story is now. It's just the ending that keeps tripping me up, because I feel like the ending is so heavy upon like, what's it called? So heavy upon book 1, kind of. It's an interconnected series. And that video is actually, when I talk more about the series, it's actually going to be coming out on Monday. So keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be an interesting video. I think it's Monday. It's coming soon. It's coming sometime this month, so. But it's an interconnected series, so they're all standalones, but some have character crossover. And I dabbled in it a little bit with Can't Catch My Breath and Two Kinds of Us, and I did it a little bit too heavily based on some of the reviews. So I'm trying to like make sure I'm not making it too connected. So that's been tricky, and it's been tricky because the main character, her best friend in book 1, it's her book for book 2. So it's hard to kind of make sure scenes don't overlap, scenes aren't included twice. If they are included twice, to make sure they're so different from the initial first book that it feels like a whole new scene for book 2. That's been fun. So fun. So my goal for camp is to really finish book 1 and send it off to my copy editor. That's my goal. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for myself. I think I can do it, because I think doing two chapters a day is enough to sustain myself and to keep myself feeling fresh when I come back to it the next day. It's not like I'm trying to task myself to do 5 chapters of editing a day, because it is a pretty substantial edit. I have 2 full pages in my notebook of edits that I want to make, so it's a pretty substantial edit. Then once that is done, once that is sent to my editor, I'm going to go back to book to draft 2 and work my way through it again, make sure everything is consistent, and finally write that ending, because I have stopped writing the ending. This is the 3rd time I've stopped writing the ending. So when I was writing draft 1, I stopped, did not do the ending, put it on the shelf. Then I came back to it for draft 2, did not do the ending, went back to the beginning and edited it again, stopped before the ending. Apparently, I struggle with endings now. I love how writing evolves for me. I'd be curious to know, what is the hardest part for you to write? The beginning, the middle, or the end? Because I would have said the middle would have been the hardest part for me to write, but this is like the 3rd or 4th book where I have stopped the ending before like the draft is finished. Like I've gone back to the beginning of the draft before I have the ending written. So apparently endings are tough for me. Yay! So it's not a conventional camp goal. I feel like this was how my very first camp on this channel was. I feel like I was writing If the Moon Fits, and I finished halfway through the month and I had to figure out what my next project was going to be for camp in July. I think that's what happened. So it's not a conventional camp where I'm working on one project, but then again, camp doesn't have to be conventional. You can edit anything, you can write anything, you can do poetry, you know, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have as strict as guidelines as NaNoWriMo does. Then again, you could be a NaNoWriMo rebel, so like, I don't know. It's not how I normally do it. Normally I just take one project and I go from there. This month we're going to be doing 2 projects because that's how it rolled. Initially, I was going to finish book 2 in the month of March, and then on April 1st through April 30th, work on book 1 again. But now that I realize I have to finalize book 1 in order to kind of work on book 2, makes sense to just go back now rather than like take the whole week off, because I'm not the kind of person who can take a week off of writing. I really just always want to dive back in. And so yeah, that's why if you watched my Plan With Me video, I actually have a deadline of the 15th to finish book 1, and then I took the weekend off before I began book 2. A weekend is intense for me. Usually my days off come as like spur of the moments, how am I feeling vibes of that day. I don't really plan days off. So it's interesting that we'll see if I actually do take that weekend off. That will be very interesting. But yeah, so I'm really excited. Actually, April is my birth month. I actually turned 23 on April 9th, so that's next Saturday. So that's going to be really fun too. That's one awesome thing that's going to be happening in the month of camp. And we talk about the most... Ooh. Well, you're going to see it in a second. We're going to talk about my new series. And I'm excited to share about that because it's actually been months in the making. I actually planned out this series. Geez, was it last July that I planned out this series? I think it was. It was a long time ago that I sat down and planned out my 11-book series. I think it was July. If it wasn't July, it was around there. So it's been a long time in the making, a long time in the planning process, and I'm excited to finally be able to share it with you guys. And I cannot wait to talk more about book 1, book 2, all of the books in the series, the whole series as itself. Yeah, so it's going to be a fun month. That's when all the details are going to be coming, and I'm so excited. It's been a long time since I've gotten to talk about a new book. I posted Christmas as We Know It in December, and I kind of just started talking about it in November. So there wasn't much of like an excitement period for me. I had like November, and then it was published on December 1st. So, but this, I feel like it's a little bit more secretive, and things are going to be like leaking slowly, and I'm just so excited about all of it. I'm so excited about all of it. So, all right. So the trailer is coming right now for you guys to see. If you watch the end of the video, you get to see the trailer for the most well, I guess I'll just say it. You get to see the trailer for my new series, the Most Likely To series, and you'll find out why Most Likely To is used in the trailer right now.
At the beginning of every school year, there's a list that goes around Briarwood High. A list of most likely tos. A list that the student body is always obsessed with. Most likely to marry a math book. Most likely to never have their first kiss. Most likely to become a nun. Most likely to never have a boyfriend. Most likely to end up alone. Most likely to peak in high school. But we're more than just a list, and here are our stories. Most Likely To, a new series by Sarah Sutton, coming August 2022.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's not like anything like super high quality, but like I don't know how to do anything super high quality, but I absolutely adored it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I hope that bird, and I hope you guys are more excited to hear more information as it comes out, as I give it to you guys, and be patient with me because I'm excited to talk about all of this. I'm so excited to talk about all of it. New series are so fun. I've only had one series so far in my author career. It was the Love in Fenton County series, and that was so fun. I hadn't even intended it to be a series, so like the excitement about it being a series came in a little bit delayed, and it wasn't as intense because I hadn't planned for it to be a series. But this one, I'm planning for it to be a series, and I'm planning to have all the fun tropes, all the awesome characters, all the swooning love interests, and I cannot wait. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and tap that subscribe button down below. Let me know in the comments what your camp goals look like. What is your camp project going to be if you're doing camp this year? And if you're not doing camp, what are you doing instead? Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 6 young adult romance books, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!